I literally have like an hour to get this filmed. Okay everyone, I just want to say first things first, apologies for the really awkward lighting. I'm filming this at nighttime, but I'm trying to get ahead for some Bookmas content as well as like, yeah. So today's video is a very exciting one in my opinion. We are doing a huge book haul. I have like 20 books I think that I've purchased over the past few days from Kmart and QBD books. So I'm not going to do them based on days, but I am going to do them based on shops. So without further ado, grab a drink, grab a snack, and let's get straight into it. First off, starting with the books we got from Kmart. The first one I got is actually like a special edition because it was the only one they had of it and I was super interested. Is Katabasis by R.F. Kuang, I think is how you say it. I love the like sprayed edges on these. It's really quite beautiful. Black on the top, hardcover. I'll read the synopsis. It says, grad student Alice Law has only ever had one goal: to become the brightest mind in the field of analytic magic. But the only person who can make her dream come true is dead and inconveniently in hell. And Alice, along with her biggest rival Peter Murdoch, is going after him. But hell is not as the philosophers claim. Its rules are upside down, and if she's going to get out of there alive, she and Peter will have to work together. That's if they can agree on anything. Will they triumph or kill each other trying? So it sounds super interesting and I am super excited to read that. Definitely something that I don't read very often. And then we have The Night and the Moth by Rachel Gillig. Again, super excited for this one. I've heard nothing but great things. I've heard nothing but great things about this author specifically. I haven't read anything by her yet, so I am excited to read this. The back is such a long description. I'll quickly read it. It says, Sybil Delling has spent 9 years dreaming of having no dreams at all. She's a diviner. In her dreams, she receives visions from 6 unearthly figures known as omens. From them, she can predict terrible things before they occur, and lords and common folk alike travel across the kingdom of Tram's windswept moors to learn their futures by her dreams. Just as she and her sister diviners near the end of their service, a mysterious knight arrives at the cathedral. Rude, heretical, and devilishly handsome, the knight Roderick has no respect for Sybil's visions, but when Sybil's fellow diviners begin to vanish one by one, she has no choice but to seek his help in finding them. For the world outside the cathedral's cloister is wrought with peril. Only the gods have the answer she is seeking, and as much as she'd rather avoid Roderick's dark eyes and sharp tongue, only a heretic can defeat a god. So that sounds super interesting. I love me a good romantasy, so keen for that. I've heard nothing but good things. The next one I got purely just because I want to see what all of the I've just heard so many mixed reviews, so I want to hear and make my own opinion, which is Metal Slinger by Rachel Schneider. On the back it says, one boat, one bed, one jaw-dropping plot twist. Even though she's not one of them, Bryn has spent her life among the Alaha, a community exiled to live at sea, training to be a guard and waiting for the chance to attend the annual market hosted by the Kenta, the very same people who exiled her adopted community. Going to the market is a rite of passage, eagerly anticipated by all young guards, but Bryn does not anticipate breaking a century-long peace treaty while there, for an intense encounter with an enemy soldier to threaten the fragile peace between their people, and everything Bryn had once believed to be true. Soon, Bryn's loyalty to the Alaha is tested when an unexpected visitor tracks her down. None other than said enemy soldier, sworn under oath to awaken Bryn to her true identity, sent to sea and feeling more alone than ever. A world of denied magic is unveiled. With rumors of growing rebellion, Bryn's future has never looked so unsure. She was certain of her fate and where she belonged, but the dark, knowing eyes of this stranger have her questioning everything, including her heart. That sounded a little complicated on the back, but I love the fact that like this is at sea, kind of giving like pirates, even though it's not pirates. So I'm excited to find out like what this huge plot twist is at the back, and also the writing in it is massive, which I love. Next we have On Wings of Blood. Super excited for this. I actually met a really awesome chick in the bookshop today. She was shopping and she said that this series was really good. So like it's the Bloodwing Academy series. It says, I didn't sign up for this. A half fae in a school of high blood vampires. Ooh, I didn't even realize. That's a recipe for disaster. I'm Medra Pendragon, last of the dragon riders, or so they tell me. Funny thing is, there are no dragons left, but that hasn't stopped the vampires from deciding I'm worth capturing. Now I'm stuck at Bloodwing Academy, where the high bloods run everything, and the black born are just blood in their veins, pawns in their games. But the worst part, Blake Dracarrow has been tormenting me since the moment we met, and now, thanks to some ancient ritual, we're betrothed. He acts like he owns me, but I'm not going down without a fight. Bloodwing isn't just a school, it's a battlefield, and if you're weak, you're dead. Between deadly competitions and dragon-shaped secret looming over my head, all I have to do is survive. Except I'm starting to think the real danger is what I'm becoming in this twisted game of power. And Blake might just be the one who pushes me over the edge. They think they can control me, they think they can use me, but they have no idea what they've awakened. This sounds so good. Super excited for that one. Like, very, very excited for that one. Next is another one that I've seen all over TikTok recently, and it's Arcana. Yeah, Arcana Academy by Elise Kova. I have 2 of her Married to Magic series, and I did struggle to read the first one, but I think that was just because of the text. This text looks a lot better. So I'll read you the back. It says, love me, hate me, but only look at me like my existence sets you on fire. Clara Greysword has survived the underworld of Eclipse City through thievery, luck, and a whole lot of illegal magic. After a job goes awry, Clara is sentenced to a lifetime in prison for inking tarot cards, a rare power reserved for practitioners at the elite Arcana Academy. Just when it seems her luck has run dry, the Academy's, I can never say this word, enigmatic headmaster, Prince Kailis, offers her an escape for a price. Kailis believes that Clara is the perfect tool to help him steal a tarot card from the king and use it to recreate an all-powerful card long lost to time. In order to conceal her identity and keep her close, Kailis brings Clara to Arcana Academy, introducing her as the newest first-year student and his bride-to-be. Thrust into a world of arcane magic and royal intrigue, where one misstep will send her back to prison or worse, Clara finds that the prince she swore to hate may not be what he seems. But can she risk giving him power over the world and her heart, or will she take it for herself? So sounds super exciting. Also very keen to make my own assumption on that as well. Now the next book I know I'm going to really struggle to pronounce, but it's Terror at the Gates by Scarlet Sinclair. I have read a little bit of A Touch of Darkness by Scarlet Sinclair. I've listened to a little bit, not a lot, and I'm super excited to delve more into her writing. It sounds super interesting. I'm going to struggle to read the back of this. Some of these names are so hard. I do know that there is a pronunciation guide at the start. It says, estranged from her powerful family, Lilith Leviathan finds refuge in Nineveh, a district in the city of Eden devoted to sin. There she uses her magic to steal for a living, attracting the attention of the 5 governing families as well as the church, which expects women to remain pious and silent. When Lilith comes into possession of a beautiful blade, she thinks all her worries are over until her usual buyer dies while inspecting it. Frantic, Lilith turns to the only man who can help her, Zahariv, head of the Zareth family and ruler of Nineveh. His currency is information and his power is extortion, though he's always had a soft spot for Lilith. But when the dagger appears, he isn't sure he can protect her from what's to come. Together they embark on a mission to discover the true power running their world. As their lives intertwine, Lilith realizes Zahariv is more than just a friend, but their devotion to each other is a threat to the truth, to the church, and to those who want to tear it all down. Sounds super interesting, but I hate that we make names so difficult to understand. But the next one I have is The Curse That Binds by Laura Thalassa. This is a Bewitched prequel. So I feel like this is a prequel, so I feel like I could read this, but obviously it's going to give me spoilers. Because it says it's a prequel, I feel like I can still read this before reading the other ones, so that's fine. I didn't realize that it was a prequel, but anywho. Next up we have Project Hail Mary by Andy Weir. I've heard really good things about this. It's not my usual genre, so I'm keen to try something different as well. And I also know that this is being made into a movie. This says, a lone astronaut, an impossible mission, an ally he never imagined. Ryland Grace is the sole survivor on a desperate last chance mission, and if he fails, humanity and the earth itself will perish. But right now he doesn't know that. All he knows is that he's been asleep for a very, very long time, and he's just woken to find himself hurtling through space millions of miles from home. It's up to him to puzzle out an impossible scientific mystery, and he's got to do it all alone. Or does he? Sounds super interesting. I've heard really great things about this, so I'm really, really keen to read this. And then the last one I have is I think it's the final book, the third and final book in is it Off the Ice? I feel like it's Off the Ice by Bel Cabra. So this is Revolve. So you have Collide, Spiral, and then Revolve. I wasn't the biggest fan of these. I do prefer Icebreaker. So yeah, but I'm still excited to read this because I've obviously read most of the series. So I'm just like, I'll finish it off. This says, he's a wild card, she's a seasoned pro. Together they might just be the perfect match. I'm assuming this is like a figure skater and a ice hockey player, which I have seen before, but still keen to read it anyway. Sara Romanova was an Olympic figure skater before a life-altering accident left her with panic attacks every time she entered the rink. Now, back for her final year at Dalton University, she's ready to reclaim the spotlight. Kicked off his hockey team for reckless behavior, Dylan Donovan has little to no chance of making it into the National Hockey League draft. But Dylan's whole world revolves around the ice, so if hockey is forbidden, at least there's figure skating. When Sara finds herself in a desperate need of a new partner, the only person who can match her skill is the cocky hockey player who refuses to cut her any slack. On the ice, their chemistry is electric, but can they stand the heat off the rink? That sounds so interesting. I'm so excited to read that book now. Like, actually love that. Okay, now moving on to everything that we got from QBD books, which is a huge stack. So we'll start with the big boppers. So first one we got was The Wind Weaver by Julie Johnson. I saw this cover and I actually saw the spine and just thought that that was really cool. And yes, I do sometimes buy books based on their covers. I did that with A Feather So Black and I love that book. It turned out to be one of my favorite books of all time. So I then read the back and it sounded really interesting. So it says, a prophecy reignited, a storm unleashed, a love that could shatter everything. In war-torn Anwen, fear of magic plagues every corner of the kingdom, and halflings like Rhea Fleetwood are hunted and killed. When Rhea is sentenced to death, her execution is interrupted by an unexpected savior. The formidable Commander Scythe, a merciless fighter on the battlefield, Scythe is far more terrifying than the Hangman's Noose. In the clutches of this new enemy, Rhea finds herself forced to travel the Northlands with her fearsome captor. But she is no ordinary halfling. The strange birthmark on her chest and the wind she instinctively calls forth means she's a remnant, one of four souls fated to restore the balance of magic, or die trying. Mastering the power inside her is only the beginning. A forbidden desire for the commander starts to burn fiercely, while this tempest within her is waiting to be released. And Rhea must choose her heart or the kingdom. Sounds super interesting. Sounds like it's going to be like a series of interconnected standalones. So super keen for that one too. Again, I just saw this one on like the new releases on like as you walk in, saw the neon, loved it, read the back, also thought it was really cool. This is Coldwire by Chloe Gong. It looks like it's going to be like some sort of gaming thing. It says everybody wants to rule the world on the start. Oh my god, my thumb is oh my god, I have a blister. No. So the back says the future is loading. For decades, the world has been caught in a cold war between two powerful nations, Medalo and Atahua. The maiden orphans who live in Atahua suffer the cost. Their enrollment at Nile Military Academy is mandatory. Either serve as a soldier or risk being labeled a spy. 18-year-old Iral is one such orphan. Having recently graduated and joined Nile Corps forces, she's doing well for herself until Ataho's most wanted anarchist frames her for assassinating a government official, and she's given a choice: cooperate with him to search for a dangerous program in Medalo or go down for treason. Meanwhile, 17-year-old Leah is close to her own graduation when she's paired with her academic nemesis for one final assignment. But when they are ordered to infiltrate Medalo in virtual reality, Leah quickly realizes there is much more at stake than her school ranking. As Iral and Leah tear through Medalo on separate courses, the two start to suspect there are pieces in a larger conspiracy, and the closer they get to the truth, the closer their worlds come to a shattering collision. Oh my god, sorry for the tongue-tied. I'm really struggling. It's like 9:30 at night. I don't even think it's quite 9:30 yet. That's that one. Again, super excited for that. I feel like I picked out some really awesome books. So this is a huge book. This has got to be at least 1,000 pages, surely. Yes, this is actually over 1,000 pages, which is insane. It is Alchemised by SenLinYu, I think is how you say it. I'm really sorry if I'm pronouncing that wrong. This says, once a promising alchemist, Helena Marino is now a prisoner of a war and of her own mind. Her resistance, friends, and allies have been brutally murdered, her abilities suppressed, and the world she knew destroyed. In the aftermath of a long war, Palladia's new ruling class of corrupt guild families and depraved necromancers, whose vile undead creatures helped bring about their victory, holds Helena captive. According to resistance records, she was a healer of little importance within their ranks, but Helena has inexplicable memory loss of the months leading up to her capture, making her enemies wonder, is she truly as insignificant as she appears, or are her lost memories hiding some vital piece of the resistance final gambit? To uncover the memories buried deep within her mind, Helena is sent to the High Reeve, one of the most powerful and ruthless necromancers in this new world. Trapped on his crumbling estate, Helena's fight to protect her lost history and to preserve the last remaining shreds of her former self is just beginning. For her prison and captor have secrets of their own. Secrets Helena must unearth, whatever the cost. So it sounds super interesting. It's over 1,000 pages. It's so big, but still keen to read it. It's seems super interesting. I also got, because I do want to continue these, I got these the other day, I got Heartstopper volume 3 and 4 because I would really love to get through this series. Oh, sorry, 3 and 4. This is 4. I would really love to get through this series and finish the series off. I do know that there is a 5th, but QBD didn't have them. I'm not going to read you the back because, well, not there's really anything on the back, but I don't want to spoil it because they are like obviously books 3 and 4. So if you don't know what Heartstopper is, they are graphic novels and they're young adult and they do actually talk about some pretty heavy topics. So I think I read the first 2 in one day. Then we get onto some dark romances and I'm super excited for it. Not all dark romances, but some of them are dark romances. So we have new Emily McIntyre books, super excited. We have her new one, Burning Daylight. I'm so excited to read this. I'm not as excited for other books by her. Like I got Beneath the Stars, which I'm probably more excited about. I love this cover too. Like stunning. Anyway, I've heard that this is like a Romeo and Juliet retelling, which by the names, yes. It says some loves are powerful enough to rewrite history. Juliet Calloway lives in a world of luxury, legacies, and lies. The daughter of Rose Fall's most powerful family, her life is a well-crafted performance and she's tired of being polished to perfection. Roman Montgomery doesn't exist, not officially anyway. He's a shadow, a hidden weapon, the secret heir to an empire soaked in danger, and a generations-old feud. When their paths cross, sparks fly, no names, no past, just reckless smiles and a chemistry neither of them can shake. Roman is charming, mysterious, and infuriatingly flirty, and Juliet, she's simply his. When Roman is called back to claim his place in the Montgomery Empire, the truth crashes down. Their families are sworn enemies, and Roman's very existence is a threat. Their love isn't just forbidden, it's impossible. Now every kiss feels like a betrayal, every stolen moment a risk, and in a town built on secrets and blood, their passion might just be the most dangerous thing of all. Okay, it is a dark romance, and I'm here for it. Very much here for it. I love Emily McIntyre's writing, especially her dark romances. Oh, like, I'm sorry, but this here, one of my favorite series of all time. So then we also have Beneath Our Stars, which this was her debut series. It's just been trad pubbed now. The back says, we could go our entire lives without speaking and still I'd know you in the next one. I think that's so sweet. I think these are more just like sweet romances rather than dark romances. Alina Carlson meets Chase Adams when she's 11 years old. After he moves in down the street carrying nothing but a chip on his shoulder and dimples in his cheeks. Immediately she falls, loving him before she even knows what love is. Chase never cared much for following the rules. Abandoned by everyone who was supposed to love him, he's broken and insecure, choosing to push others away before they have a chance to hurt him. But there's something about the girl with golden hair, and before he can stop himself, he's sharing his deepest secrets beneath her glow-in-the-dark stars. Just as he decides to give their love a chance, tragedy strikes and chases back to doing what he does best, ruining everything and disappearing from Alina's life. Years later, Chase is back, all grown up and taking over his family's business. When Alina and Chase are thrown together and forced to work in the same building, old feelings resurface, and Alina quickly realizes that Chase is on a mission, determined to right the wrongs of his past, starting with her. And I love, like, I'm sorry, how stunning is this cover? Like, so pretty. Super excited for this book. Then we have one that was recommended to me by the ladies in the bookshop. It's called Leave Me Behind by Kate Moronova. They said it was like enemies to lovers, but like true enemies to lovers, and I was like, yep, I'm in. Like totally hooked on that. It says, together our broken pieces can do anything. Nell Gallows is the sole survivor of an elite dark forces squad riot after a detrimental attack 2 years ago. Unsurprisingly, she's being put up as a top candidate for the special ops team, Malum, the squad that goes where no one else will or can. There's only one problem. Malum blames their one casualty from the Patagonia mission on the riot squad. So what is Nell to do when she finds herself on a plane to California on her way to a sure death sentence? A one-night stand, at least that's all it was supposed to be. One last night to be free. Only she finds out too late that the dark and mysterious man she solely wanted as a fling is not only her new comrade, but also the one she dreaded meeting most, her immediate superior and an untouchable devil in the field, Bones. He's hell on earth, cruel and unforgiving, but most of all, he hates Nell, and he makes sure she knows it, and yet she finds herself unwilling to leave his side after he's unable to get to the evac point when a mission goes awry. She stays behind with the devil and the secrets he keeps, and they'll only have one another to trust when no faith is left. So it sounds super interesting. I finally got, because I've been looking at this, because I really want to continue this particular series by Sarah Kate. It's the second book in the Salacious Players Club, I believe. So it's Eyes on Me by Sarah Kate. I'll read you the back because they are like interconnected standalones. He's a voyeur. He likes to watch. In Garrett Porter's line of work, that's a gift. As one of the owners of the Salacious Players Club, he's comfortable on the sidelines and has always felt that he works best alone, until he stumbles on a camgirl app and finds himself watching the one person he should stay far away from, his stepsister, Mia Harris. I haven't read anything like this. Okay, righto. There are 3 big problems with this. Mia and Garrett can't stand each other. 2, she has no idea he's the man on the other end of the video. 3, he's hooked on the app and on her. Now Mia has awakened something in Garrett. She has him wanting and doing things he said he'd never do again, like opening up and getting attached. He's falling for her, but she's falling for the man he's only pretending to be. If he's going to make this right, he has to do more than just watch. Okay, I'm very excited for that now. Another one that I've heard is absolutely amazing, and it was because I had this one in my cart that the lady suggested Leave Me Behind. I have Older by Jennifer Hartman. I've heard that this is a really, really good book. Before he discovered my age, he uncovered my heart. Bruised, abused, and the victim to a loveless household, I shimmered with new life the moment he found me drowning my sorrows in a lake beneath the stars. A chance encounter, an unspoken connection. I was smitten, he was curious. But as everyone knows, fate can be decidedly cruel. He called me Hallie, like the comment, I called him Reed. And my best friend, well, she called him Dad. Age gap, best friend's dad. Yeah, I'm here for it. And then another one, which I'm super excited for because it's H.G. Carlton and I haven't read anything else by H.G. Carlton yet. I really wanted to get it, was Does It Hurt by H.G. Carlton. I have heard such great things about this book. So keen to read it. So I'll read you the back. Who am I? I've forgotten the answer to that question long ago. Ever since I ran from that house, so desperate to escape, I left with only the clothes on my back and socks on my feet. After that day, I've only ever walked in stolen shoes. Could I be a girl who was searching for the meaning of life in faceless men? They were all so forgettable until he came along. He took me under a waterfall and made me forget my name, and in return, I took his instead. Enzo Vitale, an enigmatic man that will only ever love the deep sea, or rather the predators that inhabit it. Turns out he's not so different than the monsters he feeds. He lured me onto his boat like a fish in the ocean, seeking vengeance for my crime. Had I realized his intentions and that a massive storm would leave us shipwrecked, I would have ran. Now I'm a girl who's seeking refuge in the decrepit lighthouse with a man who loathes me almost as much as he craves me. He wants to hurt me, but the old caretaker of the abandoned island may have intentions far more sinister. It's no longer a question of who am I, but rather, will I survive? I'm all for books like this. So that is the end of today's video. We just did a quick rapid fire of all the books that I got, which is, I got 20 books. That is the end of today's video. I hope you guys did enjoy. Make sure if you're not subscribed already, you definitely subscribe and turn on the notification bell because I have some very good videos coming. We are doing 12 days of Bookmas, which I'm already in the process of starting to film just to like get ahead, because you will get a new video from me every day for 12 days for the first 12 days of December. So make sure you follow and subscribe and turn on the notification bell so you get notified when I am posting. And if you don't already follow me on TikTok and Instagram, make sure you follow me over there. I'm not as active over there. My goal is next year I'm going to be more active over there. If you want any annotated books from me, head over to my Etsy shop. It's Commentary Corner. It'll be on the screen, as well as a link straight to that shop in the description as well. And that is it from me today. I hope you guys did enjoy, and I will see you all next time. Bye. Mwah.